Greetings, brothers and sisters in Christ. This is David. Today, let me start with two questions. How do you know God is involved in your work? How do you know you are relying on God and not on your own? Let's read Psalm 127 together. A Song of Ascents of Solomon. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchman stays awake in vain. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives to his beloved sleep. Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of the womb are a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the children of one's youth. Blessed is the man who fills his quiver with them. He shall not be put to shame when he speaks with his enemies in the gate. This psalm tells about how important it is to have God involved in our work. Let's focus on the first 3 verses. First one is about our hands. No matter how hard we work, without God, things keep stumbling. Verse 2 is about our eyes. No matter how hard we look, without God, we won't be able to see where the real danger is. Verse 3 is about our time. No matter how many long hours we put in, without God, it is just a waste of time. Well, how does it look like when God is involved in our work? Maybe everyone is nice and happy, everything is smooth and easy? Could be, but unlikely. In one point or another, there will always be conflict, crisis, tension, and even failure. I can only think of one sure way to make sure God is involved in our work. That is, by doing His will, not ours. Just like Jesus said, "Not my will, but yours be done." That calls for a level of obedience and discernment that demands a lifelong learning process for all of us. Doing God's will have internal peace and joy, regardless of the external conditions and results. On the other hand, how do I know I am relying on God and not on my own? It is really difficult to tell. But I will pay special attention whenever I lose my patience or temper easily, being unreasonably critical and stubborn, with lots of frustration, overly stressed, or burning out. That maybe, just maybe, the time that I should be more cautious if I am relying on myself instead of relying on God. I will end my sharing with a passage in the Gospel of John. I am the vine, you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. For apart from me, you can do nothing. These things I have spoken to you, that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be full. God bless.